Hey everyone, Amir's here. Welcome to my channel, where we look at science in movies, sci-fi movies specifically, and ask the big question, could that actually happen scientifically? And how close is the concept to reality and real world? Today we're diving into Split, the 2016 psychological thriller by M. Night Shyamalan. It follows Kevin, a man living with 24 distinct personalities, and one of them, known as the Beast, has superhuman strength. It's a wild idea, but how much of it is actually real? Can someone really have that many personalities? And could one of them unlock something extraordinary? Let's find out. So, in Split, we meet Kevin Wendell Crumb, a man who suffers from what the film calls Dissociative Identity Disorder, or DID for short. Each of his 24 personalities has its own voice, posture, accent, and even different physical traits. One is diabetic, another can't stand sunlight, and then there's the Beast, a terrifying alter that climbs the walls, bends metal bars, and literally changes Kevin's body chemistry. So the question is, how close is any of this to real-world psychology? Before we answer, let's quickly unpack what DID actually is. DID is a real and rare mental condition. It usually develops after severe repeated childhood trauma, often as a coping mechanism. In DID, a person's identity fragments into separate parts or alters. Each alter can have its own name, memories, and way of seeing the world. The idea is that the brain is protecting itself by splitting off parts of the self that experience the trauma. So, yes, multiple identities can exist within one person. Isn't that weird? But does that mean 24 of them? That's extreme, but not impossible. The number varies. Some people with DID report 2 or 3, others dozens. In Split, the film takes this idea to the extreme. It shows Kevin's body literally changing between personalities, his muscle tone, even his biochemistry. One of his personalities, the Beast, supposedly have super strength, thicker skin, and climbs like a predator, or like Spider-Man. Now, that's where the movie stops being psychology and starts being science fiction. There are real cases where physical changes occur between identities, differences in eyesight, allergies, or even handwriting, and these have been documented, which is amazing. But we've never seen one alter become physically superhuman. So what's happening is that the brain has immense control over the body, heart rate, muscle tension, hormone levels. So changes can appear dramatic, but nothing like bulletproof skin or wall climbing. Psychiatrists and neuroscientists have studied DID for decades, and brain scans actually back it up. When people switch between identities, their brain activity patterns can change, sometimes dramatically, almost as if they were two separate individuals sharing one brain. And it's not acting, it's genuine neurological separation. One study showed that different identities could have different brain responses to sound, light, and emotional triggers. But again, none of these cases involve supernatural transformations. It's still very human, just incredibly complex. However, Split does deserve some credit. It treats DID as more than just a crazy villain trope. The film actually references real theories, like the idea that brain can access hidden potential through belief. And James McAvoy's performance, unbelievable. He captures the mental shifts so convincingly that it almost feels real. But ultimately, the film crosses from the science into mythology. The Beast represents trauma's darkest power, not a medical reality. So, can someone really have 24 personalities? Yes, that's part possible. though extremely rare. But can one of them become superhuman? Absolutely not. This movie blends genuine psychology with pure fiction, and that's why it's so fascinating. It exaggerates real science to tell a story about power, pain, and survival. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and let me know which movie you want me to fact check next. Thanks for watching.